Well, hello. Today I will be showing you an effect. I actually haven't got it up right now, but I can show you since I've made two different ones, and I'm actually going to be showing you both of them. They're pretty easy, and they're Baker's effect with the 3D ring around the scope like that. It's an awful quality, I know, but here I'll just show you again, just like that. And then the other one will be a 3D spinny circles around the scope that I actually kind of made up. I just thought that was pretty cool. So first thing I'm going to be showing you is this circle around the scope, because most people want to know that instead of this little effect. Maybe you do want to learn this one, but I'll still show you this one first. This one's a lot, I guess, in a way, it's harder. So first thing you want to do, open up After Effects, and then you want to make a new composition. You want to make it however long. I decided it's 2 minutes just to be safe. Then what you want to do is you want to get a clip, and I've actually got one that's already made. And what I did is I got the video and I Twixtered apart and then pre-rendered it, because you can't mask over over Twixtered. You can't mask over Twixter. Is what I'm trying to say. I don't know why, you just can't. So what I did is I added Twixter and I just pre-rendered it. Then you import it back into After Effects, and now you are ready to go ahead and start making your effect. So first thing you want to do is you want to find the first part when it starts Twixtering. So you want to zoom it in, whatever. You don't have to. You can just make the effect anywhere as long as you pre-render it. So Twixter starts right there. You zoom in. Add a marker, just so we know. You don't have to, it's just how I like to do it. Add that marker. Now what you want to do is you want to actually get started and start masking, and I'm actually going to move this up over here where it's better quality. I don't know why it's bad over there, but it's better over here. Anyway, the effect's going to start over here. So first thing you want to do is you want to go to Layer, New, make a new solid. Then you want to make it 200 by 200, whatever you want. I just like 200 by 200. And you're going to get this small little black square. Now what you're going to do is you're actually going to push F4, and this is going to bring, usually it starts off with this, but I had switched it back. You can either push F4 or toggle switches / modes. So then you want to change this to add, and then the whole black part goes away. What you want to do is you want to line the middle red crosshair with the middle of the scope. And what I just did there is I used the hand tool, and you push H to switch that, then V to go back to the normal tool. And then you want to just align that with the middle of the scope, and then you are pretty much done there. I'm going to go back, change this to normal. Then what you want to do is you want to go to the ellipse tool, double click, so that you get a circle, a masked out circle. Then what you want to do is you want to type in stroke. Then you want to drop that onto the solid. Then, as you can see, it generates a little white line around, and I'm actually going to bump this up to about 11 or 12. Put this to 12, and as you can see, it gets cut off there, and we're actually going to fix that by just the way we're going to fix that is by double clicking on the black solid. It's going to bring up this, and for you it may not have the yellow lines, and if it doesn't, then you want to go to the pen tool. You want to click once and then just do Control Z to get rid of the pen tool. Then you will get this little I don't really know what to call it, but anyway, what you want to do here is you're going to need to be using the hand tool quite a bit. You're going to squish these in, but as you can see, it kind of makes it a square, not exactly a circle, so we're going to fix that. And the way we do that is by, well, I'm just going to show you what it looks like. You go to that, you see it's kind of a circle, doesn't look, like a square, doesn't look very good. The way to fix that is to actually go right here, right in between, so you can move all of it. Then you want to click on this, then you want to move these little lines in, just on certain ones. Sometimes you can move it out just to make it not as ovally. So yeah, you just want to move it to your liking, however you want. want it to look so yeah, that's pretty much all that I'm going to do, because this is a tutorial. I don't need to make everything as perfect, but that's pretty much all you want to do. Just move around those little lines, and as you can see, it turns into a more circle-ish circle. Bring this out a bit more. There. Alright, so that's pretty much, that's alright for now. And then you want to click on the solid, just move it over the scope again. Then you want to go to the paint style. You want to make that on transparent. So that means it's just pretty much just your circle. Then I'm going to actually scale this up by pushing S, then moving either number. Doesn't really matter since they're chained together, and if you unclick that, then you can change one while the other one stays the same. So then you can just chain that back on, and now what you want to do is you want to toggle switches /modes or push F4. Then you want to click on the 3D layers, and it's just a little cube. And before you actually, well actually you can do this right now also. You can just go to pre-render, onto that. I'm going to do Control-C, Control-V, so you get 2 of these. You want to go to the top one, and turn this one off, turn the second one off, so that you just have this one, and turning it off means you click the little I button. Turn also the sound off, so when we render it, it's not going to have sound. And then right here, we're just going to make a track matte. What that is pretty much a mask over an original video or picture, and that mask allows things to pass behind it. So if it's 2 videos on top of each other, one has a track matte, and that means I'll just make a small one right here. Let's say you just connect that and you turn this one off, you see it's only that, and then when you put this on, it's that mask over this, and then when you put that back there, and then you make the black solid able to see. You can see if you put this one on top, it can still go around here, but when it passes through that part that you masked out, it'll go behind it. So you want to get rid of both of these. Oops, sorry about that. Then you actually just want to reset the mask by going, oops, sorry, you can actually just go to the delete vertex tool, delete all of these. Alright, now what you want to do is get your normal pen tool, then you want to go to your hand tool, then you want to just zoom in over this part of the scope, only the circle part. Then you want to just start masking around the circle. Then you can go around here, and then just make a rough mask, doesn't need to be perfect. Around here, close that off, and then you're only going to get this. But you also can do, since I messed up a bit here where you actually see the white part of it, you don't want to see that. Just move these in by using the normal mouse tool, by pushing V, or by going up here, clicking that. So just move these in so that you only see the scope. Now you can actually turn the pre-render back on, or the original clip, so that you've got your track matte going, and then you want to turn on the solid. Now as you can see, oops, I messed that up. Just do Control-Z if you ever mess something up. That just makes you step backward. Now what this does is pretty much it allows it to make a circle back there, so it looks like it's kind of going around the scope. So we're going to zoom in, and remember this is also a 3D layer, so we're going to push R for rotation. Then as you can see, you can move around the X-axis, set that back down 0, the Y and the Z-axis. We're actually going to be messing with the Z-axis and moving this back like that, so that it pretty much goes around the scope, the circle. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to fix up the mask and make it so it goes in a bit here, because the circle's going to need to go around this spot. Alright, so now that we've fixed that, move that up, just right there. That is good. Sorry, move that. Alright, now that we've done that, we can actually get our solid here, rotate the y-axis so it kind of fits around the scope just a bit more, and the z-axis, z-rotation is just spinning it around. Yeah, set that back to 0, we don't need to mess with that. Now, what we're going to do is actually keyframe the end of the stroke so that it kind of builds around it just like that. And I know it's not in very good quality. I'll just set this down to quarter. Then set the end. As you can see, it'll go slowly around like that. Now that's pretty much it right there. So then you can just add color correction to make it the green glowy color, add some glow to it, just add some style effects, nothing that you actually need to add. So now what you want to do is go to your black solid, and you can add glow to it, or actually we're going to have to keyframe the end, so I'm going to go keyframe here, actually set this back down to 0, keyframe, move forward a couple seconds, just about here, and set this up to 100 so that it slowly builds itself. It's just like that. And now I'm just going to add some glow. Under stylize, you're going to drop that on the black solid, and then that is pretty much it. You want to just add the glow radius up, and then you want to go to adjustment layer, layer, new adjustment layer, then go to looks, drop looks onto that layer, then hit edit. And I've got my own file that is meant actually for doing the scope ring glow. That's what I call it. Then I'm just going to mess with this, make the size a bit smaller, and diffusion, change the glow up about there, and just hit OK. Now as you can see, it's just the glowing ring just builds up right there, and when you finally render this out, it'll look perfect. So yeah, that is all, and I'll be showing you the other effects in the next tutorial. So thank you for watching. It's my first tutorial. Yahoo!